Hi, welcome back to a new episode on this channel. It's been a long time since we uploaded another video because the cars are very expensive now. So to buy a project car you need to bring a lot of money, and the cheaper ones are not good enough to fix. And if because of my new job, the school job, I must make 19 assessments. I already did 13 assessments in the last couple of months since the last time I uploaded a video. And I went to a short holiday to Kusadasi for a few days. It was very nice. It was good weather. But today we are going to work on my own car, because in almost 1 month I'm going to drive to Croatia, and the brakes on the car, they are good, but they can be replaced, because there is a little lip on the brake disc and the pads are slowly become less. So that's why I bought Bosch brake sets for the complete car, for the front and the rear. I chose the Bosch brake pads and the brake disc with carbon fiber on it, so it is for good stopping power. So we'll begin on the front. We're going to remove the wheel, remove the roller brakes, and see from there. So the first thing that we do, I put car up in the air, not entirely. First thing I do, I will loosen up these bolts. It's easier. Now the wheel is stuck on the ground. You can put a little bit of force to the bolts. And come off easier. Be gentle with removing these plastic caps. They are very fragile. So I tied them too hard. It was a little bit difficult to get them off, but I managed. So now let's put up the car in the air. And take out the last bolt. I put the wheel under the car, then it is out of the way, and when the car drops down it will hold on your wheel and it will not damage your engine or anything else. So it is better for your car. If you can see here, I hope you can see it. On here there is a little lip, so the brakes needs to be changed. So that's what we are going to do now. So let's change the brakes, get the tools that I need to loosen up these two bolts and to loosen up my brake pads. So what we now do, we loosen up the brake caliper. Because this is almost a new car, it is easier to take it off. The bolts are not rusted yet. And on the bottom side also. There are two 10mm bolts. You can take it off. Now you can slide out this piece. I take some tie wraps and I connect them here so it is out of the way and your brake line is not going to crack. Before we do anything on the brakes, I will remove this cap. Why? It's for your brake fluid. When you're putting back the calipers, the pushing back, the fluids will come up. And when the cap is off, the air can go out. So it is not so difficult to push back your calipers. So now I can put back the caliper. So if you can see, it's out. I got a handy tool to go in there. But I think I need a plate to push in there. But I will try. No, I don't have enough. So what I will do, I will put something in there to close the gap. So I must do it with the things that I got, but a small iron plate was better, but I don't have it now. So I will do it with this. I hope it will be enough. And with this tool, a little bit of force, I can push back the caliper. So now it's all the way back. It is easier for me to install the brake pads. But first I will put the calipers away, so I don't damage the brake line. Put them here, through here to the side. I keep the line on the bottom side. I go to my spring, and there I connect them together. So now it's out of the way, and it's good for my brake lines. If you can see, there's a little bit of meat on it. Compare it with the new ones. Let's take out the new one. I can compare if they are the same. No, they are smaller. Smaller. Why did I take the wrong set? I think they sent me the wrong sets. So I need to order new pads. It's not difficult to put the new pads on, just slide them in. But I must order new pads. These are not good. To remove the disc, I must remove this bracket. There are two bolts, 90 mils on the back. We just undo them. Maybe when I just undo a little bit of this, like that. Maybe I have enough room now to slide it out. Let's try. There are two Torx bolts here that we must undo, and one on the bottom. Yes. Just remove this too, and maybe now I must take this off. because they don't put copper grease behind it, it's very stuck. So I will get a rubber hammer to knock it off. So just a few steps and it come off. So if you can see here, there is a little edge. So the brakes are finished. What I do with a brush wire, just clean it the most of the rust. And what we do is put some copper grease on this. So the next time I will be changing out the brakes again, it is not rusted and it comes off easier. But I think the new brakes will outlive the car. The new brakes. They are ventilated, high carbon. Just spray the greaser on it, because there is a little bit of residue from the factory on this, and that we must take off. Just align the 2 holes and the 5 holes. Look where the small hole is, there. And there. The small holes did not aligned good, so I must turn it a little bit. There's a small hole. What the heck? That side and that side. I will clean the brake discs when I'm finished also, but just checking before I'm out everything that my 5 screws are going in well, that the lines are lined up good. It's a few minutes work, but better to check it now than check it when everything is putting back together, because when it is wrong, you have everything together and you put the wheel on and the nuts are not working, then you must take out everything again. So take a few minutes to check it now. It's much nicer for you. So for now we are mounting back everything together. it was better to put new brakes on it. But there is still a lot of meat on it to use it for now. But I will order new ones and I will put them on. Clean towel. And let's put back everything together. Let's contact my car supply store if they have the correct brake pads, so I go collect them. So I went to the car parts store and I collect me another one. Not Bosch, but Brembo's they only had. I need brake, so a little bit more expensive, but they are the correct ones. New bolts, nice, new clips. So if you compare the old and the new ones, you see why it is necessary to change brakes. So now let's prepare the fits. That's one. It's a little bit windy, I hope you can hear me good enough. I got a new microphone. And also on the back side of this I will put some copper grease, also for the squeaking noise. There is a special plate for it, but I always put some grease on this. It cannot harm, but better than cure. And also some grease on the back side. Now we cut free our caliper. The set's coming with new bolts, so let's use the new bolts. It's always better. Last time to grease everything. Now when you drive for the first time, before you drive, you push the pedal a few times until it's come firm. Drive slowly and push the brakes a few times. The first 100 kilometers, you need to brake in the new brakes completely. So when you change out the brakes, be careful when you're driving. So I put now back the wheel on, and then we continue to the other side. So, one side done. Let's continue to the other side. So the brakes in the back, they work in the same principle. So now I'm taking off everything, taking everything apart, and then we will change Also the brakes on this side. So it was a little struggle to get this caliper back, but now I find out with this tool you got some notches. The notches must come in there, and after that you must turn it down. The other way is the push, and this one you must turn it so that is going back. So now it's all the way back. Put this to the side, and now we can take out the rest. So the upper bolt is very stuck. With the tools I have now, I don't get it off. But there is only a little bit of wear on this brake. It is good. I got new brakes, but I cannot take this part off, so I cannot change it now. I will change it later on. But what I will do is change the brake pads. You compare this to the old one, you see it was necessary to change it out. So I'm going to change out the brake pads on this side and the other side, and then we'll continue on. Same as the other side. Put some grease on it. It's not squeaking. And the back too. And we can mount back everything together. So let's change the brake pads to the other side. So in this episode I've changed the brake pads and the brake disc in the front. In the rear I only did the brake pads because some bolts are not coming off. I must get a tool to get those off, and when I get the tool I will change the disc also. Thank you for watching. If you like this episode, please give a thumbs up and put the post notifications on. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.